Hi, my name is Fiorenzi. I'm the owner of Kaizen Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm going to show you a few techniques that you can show your child how to defend punches if they ever get attacked. The first thing that we start with is called defense. So if someone walked up to you and they're being aggressive, so let's say I'm going to use my sister Christy. If she walked up to me, she was the bully, and she starts pushing me. If I stand with my hands down, she can push me off balance because I don't have a good base. She can hit me. I can't defend myself very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my feet apart, and I'm going to extend my arms out just like this, at the height of my own shoulders, or actually at the height of the other person's shoulders. So I want to prevent her from punching me. This keeps her from getting too close, okay? We're not doing an aggressive motion. If you put your hands up, this incites aggression. I don't want to do this if someone was being aggressive towards me. So we're trying to do a pacifying motion and prevent them from getting close and prevent them from punching. This is called defense, okay? If you train this with your child and your child's a lot shorter, so let's say I'm down low, I'm going to have to go to protect against the punches coming toward my face, okay? So we're going to start here. Your feet are going to be apart. They want to have good balance from behind. So if someone tried to push, I have my back leg here. So oftentimes when you work with children, they'll start with their feet apart. If she pushed me, then I'm going to lose my balance. So I need to have one foot behind, okay? Now the first block is the most basic. We just call it a knife hand block. If someone's throwing a hook punch just coming around from the side, all we're going to do when I have the fence up is just move my arm a little bit to the outside and block with the edge of my hand. It's called a knife hand block. So here. So I'm doing it with Christy. I got the fence up. She throws a punch, block. Okay? So you want to feel when you're punching at your child that the block is not collapsing. If you punch at them and the block starts to come down, they're still going to get hit. So there needs to be a little bit of strength involved that they're going to push the block out. Okay? So for right here, boom, just like this. Good. Okay? The next one's called the palm block. So some attackers, if a bully came up to your child, they might throw a hook punch. They also might come straight down the middle. So if they throw like a jab or a cross, so coming straight towards the jaw, we're going to use the palm and push to the inside here. Okay. So the way it works is my left hand is going to block my attacker's right hand. Okay. So if I have my hands up and she punches with her right, I'm going to use the block that's on the same side. Okay. We're not doing this where I'm open. Okay. So whatever's on this side of the body, like her right hand when she punches, I'm going to redirect. If she punches with her left hand, redirect. When you're working this with your child, you don't want to have them overblock because their face is going to be open. It's almost like a windshield wiper. So just enough to push the punch out of the way, but not overblocking, just a little tap. It doesn't have to be a really hard block, just enough to redirect it. Okay, so we're here. Boom. Boom. Okay. I recommend when you're doing this with your child, I would have them do the fence first. Make sure they have a good base if you push them. Start throwing the hook punches, so they're going to defend those. Then start throwing the jab and the cross, have them defend those, and then you can mix them up. So I can have Christy mix up the punches she's doing at me. Okay? A tendency you're going to have when you're doing this drill is they're going to start bringing their hands closer to their body. The problem with this, if someone gets too close to you, and your child, if they're ever attacked, they get adrenalized, they get nervous. If someone gets really close to you and you're trying to block punches, it's very difficult. So this is a defensive stance. We're keeping the arms away from the body because we want distance so we can see the punches, discourage the person from attacking. So if you see them gradually bringing their hands in closer and closer, this is not a good defensive posture. We're keeping out right here. Okay, so if she's punching at me, I'm blocking. Okay, just like that. Okay. So as far as defense goes, this is a defensive posture. We're trying to keep someone far away. Feet apart, hands up, almost completely extended, but a little bit bent. From this position, I can't strike very well. The only strike I could do, if it was serious self-defense, would be finger pokes to the eyes, okay? I can also kick, but I can't deliver punches with any power. So if I wanted to deliver punches with power, I would bring my elbows to my body, my chin down, hands up, and now I've got more distance to throw punches. But this is to discourage someone from attacking you. If your child ever was attacked, they start with the fence. If they need to start punching and defending themselves, then they could bring their hands a little bit closer. Another important detail when your child is doing the fence, they want to do it with confidence. So if they're putting their hands up and they're bringing their head forward and they seem really nervous, this is the kind of body language that encourages a bully to take advantage of a target. So what we want for a child when they're doing this technique is their back straight, their chin is up, they're making eye contact. Okay? If you're doing it with a younger one, we'll use the phrase, I don't want to fight. So we'll have our 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds put the fence up and say, I don't want to fight. That way they're projecting their voice and they're showing confidence. If your child's a little bit older, they might not want to say, I don't want to fight. It might be, what do you want from me? Okay, but making sure they're projecting a confident tone. If they're looking down, if they're rounding their back, if their tone is quiet, it's not going to be as discouraging for an attacker who's looking for a target that's not as confident. If you want your child to get more training, we do teach these techniques in our introductory private lessons where we take them on the mat, go over the fence techniques, the basic blocks, as well as how to defend a takedown. The great thing about training, besides developing more focus, more discipline, more respect, the stress release, the exercise, is the confidence. A confident child is less likely to be chosen as a target by a bully. The more they do this, the more their body language is going to change, the more their tone is going to change, and it can affect other areas of their life.